guys, welcome to today's episode. It's going to be the game I talked about quite a bit on my walkthrough of Magic of Shahrazad is Dragon Warrior. Alright, I'm not going to do a whole lot of this because it is an RPG and it is a long drawn out game, but we will start it and just do a little bit. For those of you that have not played it, I think you'll understand more of what I was talking about when I was mentioning it, and then we can go down memory lane for all the rest of us that remember this. Funny fact is, Nintendo Power gave this game away for free to anyone that ordered a subscription to them at the time. So me and my best friend at the time both ordered it and waited till we both got the game, and then we proceeded to see who could beat it first, which I did within, I think I could beat this game in, I think it's like 4 or 5 hours, something like that, if I remember correctly. It's been a very long time since I played, but it's a fairly short game. It's a really good game. It's got great story. It's a lot of fun. But it is, they definitely branched on it from to Dragon Warrior 2 and 3. It got extremely large. But this one, they kind of were getting their feet wet, so they kept it as a smaller game, but still no less really good. Alright. Rescue the Ball of Light and restore peace to our land. The Dragon Lord must be defeated. Now take whatever you find. See, at least this is a little bit where, you know, it starts you off with some stuff, unlike most games, but... So in this one, you don't have buttons that do a specific thing. You literally have to bring up your... So we will search, and then we search about the ground, treasure chest, and then we open, or I guess it's been a little while. Okay, we just take. We don't have to search. We just take. Found the torch. But anyways, I was saying, you don't have like buttons that just specifically do... attached just by hitting it. Like door, you literally have to select door and open, and then take the stairs, which was a slight at first thing. It was a slight nuisance, but you get used to it and it's not a huge deal. There's not a lot of it to where it becomes overly pain in the ass, but it has its moments where you're like, I wish I could just push a button. But at the time, you didn't know any better, so it was just a game. Alright. So the first thing we gotta do is find the princess. Gotta get used to quick hitting the button so fast. Alright, so we need keys, we need this, so we are just going to... Let's see. Oops, I paused it. Alright, we are going to go to status. We've got no weapon, armor, or shield. So that's going to be one of our first things we got to take care of. Alright, that guy just is a healer, I think. Like I said, it's been so long. Yeah, he just heals us. Alright, that blue stuff over there does serious damage, and at our level we'll die just by stepping onto it. So we will leave here and go to the town. And then we gotta go buy some stuff. I think we have some 100 gold or something. Yeah, 120. So we will buy us a weapon. Let's see. So we will go ahead and get the club, unfortunately. Yes. Yes, we will buy ourselves. Actually, we're going to go and do a quick little... let's see. Status. Status. Alright, we have the club weapon equipped already, so we will go. We need to go get a little bit of... But everything about this game is just fun. Like, the music is really good. The sound effects are great. Enemy design is like from the thing of all the RPGs back in the day, where different enemies were stronger versions of themselves, and the only thing was their name changed and their color changed, but the sprite work never changed. So that was, of course, one of the things that originated from this and Final Fantasy. I'm sure, like Ultimate Exodus, I don't remember which game came first off the top of my head as far as like first RPGs, but this was, I think this one was actually a little later than some of the other ones. Yeah, gold's gonna take forever to get ourselves enough to buy whatever, so we're gonna play through a little bit here. And different areas, of course, have different enemies. Once we get into Dragon Warrior 2, time of day actually changes. As the game progresses, it has a night and day cycle. This one doesn't do that, I don't recall. But enemies change depending on the time of day, to where nighttime is, of course, stronger enemies. And the castle right below there is the last castle that we have to go to beat the game. So you do a whole roundabout thing to get right there to go fight the Dragon Lord and to win. Pretty much is how that goes. So again, we'll go ahead and play probably like, I'll see about doing it like 10-15 minutes of the game. Oh yeah, I thought he healed, but I guess he does not. Alright, never mind. Well then, that again, it's been forever since I've played the game, that some of the stuff I forget a little bit of. I just wanted to get us to enough gold to get one piece of armor and go to the inn real quick. And preferably to get at least one level real quick, like, before we go and progress. And before we go to the inn. So what you normally do around here, especially at the beginning, is farm the area a bit, get as close to death as you possibly can. Because getting gold is a little pain in the butt, so you don't want to spend a whole lot of it too often. So you want to get as close to death as you can before you go to the inn, so that way you can make the most use of your time and resources. Because as you can see, everything does a whole whopping 1 experience point. But we are doing a whole lot of crits, which is, there we go. There's our level. There's our gold for our armor. Alright, so we can go buy our armor real quick. And then we will get down as low as we can, so we can get it, because we're going to need a cup 4 gold, I think it is, to go to the inn. And then we will progress to the first part, is go rescue the princess from the cave, I believe it is, if I remember correctly. Alright. But yeah, this, like, I have, Final Fantasy is still like my favorite of them. I think it's a little bit more of an advanced RPG, more so than Dragon Warrior, but the Dragon Warrior holds a really good part in my heart for games, especially RPGs. Not to mention that the one thing that I love more than anything about the Dragon Warrior series is they have stayed true to form, and their games, even to the brand new one that just came out, is still a Dragon Warrior game. It's still a fantasy game. It still keeps all of its nuances and a lot of the stuff. Where Final Fantasy, granted, yes, I mean, part of it is nice that they're trying new things, but they're not fantasy anymore. Like, they are pretty much, it's a sci-fi game now. And honestly, I've not been happy with Final Fantasy since 7 came out. 7 was a huge disappointment. And every game since then has been more or less disappointing because it kept introducing all these sci-fi elements and like you riding motorcycles. I love motorcycles. I love all that, but in a fantasy roleplay game, I don't want it. I don't want any of the garbage. I want a fantasy game. That's why I play them. If I wanted a sci-fi roleplay game, there's tons of them. There's Shadowrunner, all kinds of, you know, fantasy or I mean sci-fi RPGs. I mean, I like Cyberpunk. I beat that. I have it. You know, when you want a shooter RPG, whatever, then that's what you do. But as far as a fantasy game goes, I want fantasy. And you can't have fantasy when you're riding motorcycles and having a guy with a gun for an arm. And not to mention Final Fantasy VII was more freaking FMV than it was video game. Like, so many people will talk about how Final Fantasy VII was one of the best games ever and how dare you say, but like, honestly, they're just people jumping on the bandwagon. I don't think they're people that truly, really understand the concept of a true RPG and all the nuances that go into it. They're just like, oh, it's pretty and it's new and everybody likes it, so I should like it. And I think that's kind of... it's one more gold. I thought it was 4. And, you know, that's... I mean, to each their own. And, hey, people did enjoy it. And that's great for them. For me, I hated it. I bought a PlayStation specifically to buy Final Fantasy because I've been a fan since Final Fantasy 1 came out. And from there, I just was sad every time. On that note, though, I did pre-order, and I will be streaming the new Final Fantasy playthrough as soon as I get it, as soon as it comes out. I've already pre-ordered it. I've already bought it. It's the first Final Fantasy I've been excited for pretty much since 7, and I'm hoping it's not the same debacle. So we shall see. All right, with that being said, we are going to progress now a little bit further into everything. I think I remember going, I think we go up this way. So anyone's interesting, I will be live streaming it, and then I will be, of course, posting it on my channel here. So we will be having those. It's going to be a little more interesting because, you know, I'm going to be wanting to play for more than, you know, an hour at a time. So I'm going to have to figure out how I want to go about doing the streaming. Because streaming's fine. I can sit there and play for 6 hours streaming, no problem. But it's the converting it over to the channel. I might have to like break it into parts, which all in all, which isn't a problem, but just like something I got to think about to make it, you know, digestible. Ghosties. These guys hit a little hard. One thing I didn't do is go buy any herbs. So I think there's a town around here soon. Oof. Oh, drakes are no good. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Can we run? Yeah, there we go. Alright, I think there's a town over here somewhere. That's where we need to go. Yeah, usually I take more time in doing stuff, but I was just trying to get everybody acclimated and understanding. And I think there's a town over here. Oh, this guy's gonna kill me if I don't run away. All right. All right, we gonna run. Luckily, we've been able to run off from everything, but that's only gonna last so long. Oh, scorpions. Oh, yep, there it is. And that's gonna kill. Oh, that is not gonna kill me. Holy cow. There's a town. Knew there's a town around here somewhere. Got there. Alright, but I don't think I have enough money to actually go to the inn. There's the inn. We've got 1 hit point and I think no gold. Oh, we have 11 gold. Okay, cool. And it's 20. Alright. So, with that being said, let's go to the store. See if we can buy an herb. I think they are... we don't have any money for that. Okay, we need keys for that. We need keys for that. We can go this way, though. We can't go talk to him. Yes, normally you would stick around a little bit more at the beginning to actually gear yourself up a little bit more. But I didn't think anybody really... Oh, herbs are 24 too? Good lord. We are screwed. Alright, so that is going to be that. But anyways, this is Dragon Warrior, the first of many. I think they're at Dragon Warrior 13, I think it is. I think they produced one Dragon Warrior for almost every system, including most of the handhelds, like Game Boy, Game Boy Advanced, Game Boy DS. I think all have a Dragon Warrior. You do get the first one here. You are pretty much a solo, but as all the rest of the Dragon Warriors, you start getting what's it called? And I die. All right, there it is. Thou art dead. Alright, so also a couple of for my next level I need 3 points. So in order to save, you talk to the king. And then when you talk to the king, you will he'll tell you how many experience you need, because you don't have that knowledge available to you like some of the RPGs. And then he will also inscribe your game, so of course he's saving it for you. So let's I think we got a couple more minutes. Let's do a little bit more here. We'll get ourselves another quick level like, and then I think we want to be at level like 5 or 6 before we actually go into the dungeon where the it's just really a cave where the princess is. But that is the one thing about one reason why I won't really do a lot of like over-the-top streaming of most RPGs is because this right here is, of course, a major part of pretty much all JRPGs is level grinding, unfortunately. But it's part of the game. But see, you expect it, you know about it, so it's not a problem. Whereas other games that force it into it where you don't need it or you don't know about it is a little more disappointing. Alright, we have got our level. We got magic points, and now we learned our spell. Our first spell should be heal. Yeah. So we finally learned heal. So now we can get a lot further than we would have previously. Alright. You know, we're just gonna go at it again. I don't want to spend a lot of time and bore the hell out of everybody with killing slimes early on. We have heal. We're working our way up there so we can go kill some stronger dudes on our way. Good lord, we are just getting attacked constantly. We do love the critical hits. Critical hits are our friend. All right. We are heading back over here. Get out of the poison. All right, spell heal. Oh, I didn't go to the fudging inn and get my magic. I forgot that you don't heal prior on your level up. And we're gonna die. That was my bad. I was trying to just, again, trying to push myself quick through here. And it is almost being more detrimental than if I was to actually play it properly. And for that, I do apologize. I was just trying to show a little bit more. But I think with that being said, I think we are going to go ahead and stop it here. But this is Dragon Warrior. This is what I've been talking about on the prior one. I mean, it is a classic. If you don't mind smaller or lower graphics and just a little bit things, I would highly recommend going through and playing even the first 3. And on top of that, I know they have done the remakes, and the new remake pixel for the first 6 Final Fantasies is a highly recommending. But there is something said to play the actual original game, which I still have upstairs in my box, in my actual game collection. So I have the all first Western releases of all the Final Fantasies, which is only going to be 1, 2, and 3. The rest of them didn't get released here in the United States up until later on in the digital age, where it became popular. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. That is Dragon Warrior. Next one we will, I think, all in all, because it's going to be the exact same thing, we're going to bypass Dragon Warrior 2 and 3. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and play them on the channel. I know it's not completionist or whatever, but it's going to be the same thing. Unless we spend the first hour playing a little bit and getting involved in it, you're going to see the exact same gameplay, fighting slimes, seeing time pass, and it's not probably going to be a whole lot of fun for everybody. So my next video, we're going to bypass the Dragon Warriors, and we're going to just move right into the next game. So thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day. Till next time.